Let's see the examiner's strategy and the smartness we are also going to apply to let him know that we are really prepared for business. Now, in the diagram above, RQ is parallel to ST. RQ is parallel to ST. That means they are corresponding, right? Good. So one will be image, one will be what? Object. Take note. That's what it means. I'm just telling you. ST equals 4, as you can see. ST is 4. RQ, line RQ equals 10. Good, as you can see. Line PT equals 6. Line PT equals 6. So you can see PT also equal to what? 6. That's from here to here, P to T. Good. He's asking, use the above information to answer the question above. Find line PR. Line PR. That's from here up to here. Line PR. That's what he wants. It's so simple. So which part can give us scale factor? Like I said, to find the scale factor, the image and its corresponding object must be available. Now here, the examiner did not state whether the smaller triangle should be the image or the object. So you make your own choice and the answer will not change. Try and see. I'm picking the bigger one as my image. So if I'm using that, that means this objectives. So I don't have to write all the terms. So 10, which is image, over its corresponding object, which is what? 4. You get it? Image over object must be equal to the side where we are looking for that dimension, PR, line PR, can be found here. That's the line, right? So what do we see? What is the image at that side? So here too, the bigger must be image. What is PR? You don't know. So line PR. That's line PR. Divided by its corresponding object, which is what? PT, which is 6. If it had been paper 2, would have written all the dimensions, right? Maybe RP over this and that before we fill it. But paper 1, we just want the answer, right? At this stage, you cross multiply, right? Or you can solve it like an equation. So when you cross multiply, you get PR. So you get 4 PR, 4 line PR equal to 10 times 6. So 4 is multiplying that, 6 is multiplying that. So you divide here by what? 4, here by 4. Okay, so we can calculate this. That becomes our line PR. 10 times 6 over 4. So 10 times 6 divided by 4. The answer is 15. So 15 centimeters is the answer. Simple. So the part where you can determine the scale factor must be part of the equation. And the part where you have to find a line must also be part of the equation. This equals that because we are expecting them to be equal. You remember, the scale factors are equal with similar objects. So the objects are this PQ, that's PQR, and what? SPT, this one. These are the two major items. Now, there's one thing I want to mention over here. When the items or the shapes are facing each other, direct opposite to each other, you can see this opposite to that. You can see they having the common origin, right? It is the scale factor must be negative. You understand? But when they are facing the same direction, the scale factor must be positive. So if I have this, before we continue, if I have this one, the scale factor is positive because this triangle is facing the right side. The bigger triangle is also facing the right side. Therefore, it's positive. You understand? It's very, very important. So that is the answer. We are done. So you have found that. So equate the one node where you can find the scale factor, the image and the object available, to the side where you must find a line, image over object, and that becomes your answer. Simple. The rest is cross multiplication equation. It will most of the time be like this that you solve it. Let's go to question 2 and see the way forward. So now we are going by the same standard. this equal that, this equal that. That's how you give that. So simple. Question 2. Two ball bearings have volumes 1.6 centimeter cube and 5.4 centimeter cube. Find the ratio of their surface areas. So I'm taking the first one as my image. So my scale factor is image 1.6 over object 5.4. I am done. Are you okay? That's it. So what do I have? 1.6 divided by same as over divided by 5.4. I get 8 over 27. But remember, the item given to us are volumes, not length. They are what? Volumes. So what does it mean? K cube must be equal to that. Do you remember this? Good. In the previous lesson, we saw that when volumes are given, K cube. When areas are given, K squared. When the dimension, normal dimension, length are given, K equals image of our object. This is what you must recognize and apply. So we see volume, K cube. Now let's go. So if K cube equal to 8 over 27, we can find K, put it in scale factor, isn't it? K will be equal to what? Put it in your calculator and go your way. This equation, so put X in place of the what? The K. So we get something like alpha cube power 3. Okay. Arrow equals sign, alpha calculator equals sign. And this 8 over 27. 8, 27. We solve it nicely. Shift, solve. Right. What is the answer? We got 2 over 3. What does it mean? 2 is for the first one, 3 is for the second one. That's in that order as presented. Now, this is the scale factor of straight lines or their length. The question says find the ratio of their surface areas. Surface area is what? Surface area of every length is what? Square of it. So square of this is what? 4. Square of this is what? 9. So 4 to 9 is the correct answer. If you are not careful, you pay this thinking you are right. Listen to the examiner properly. He said surface area. So he's asking for the square of the answers. If he had asked for their length, that would have been the correct answer. Take note. Math is English and logic. That will generate the formula for you. Alright. Question 3. The radius of a circle is 4 times that of another. Here he's doing comparison. So quickly you sketch the two items down. That is 1. That is 1. They both have radius. So let's assume this is 1. He said the radius of a circle is 4 times the other. So 4 times the other. This is if this is 1 centimeter. 4 times 1 is what? 4 centimeters. Do you agree with me? Simple as ABC. What is the relationship between their areas? Area of a circle is what? Pi r squared. That's what you must recognize. So you go. So I'm looking for the area of this one. So area 1 is equal to pi. What is the r in this case? The r is 4 squared. What about here? Area 2 is equal to the same pi. What is the r? 1 squared. Pi cancels pi. Do you agree? 4 is what? 16. 1 is what? 1. Therefore, the ratio is 16 to 1. So what can we say? The area of 1 is 16 times of the other. This is the correct answer. So he said the radius of a circle is 4 times the other. You don't know the other, so you can represent by your own number, any number that you prefer. So 4 times that, put it there and go. Find the relation between their areas. Find their areas. An area of a circle is